welcome back to the Embee Makes knitting channel. My name's Melissa and I'm the maker behind Embee Makes, here on YouTube, on Ravelry and on Instagram. I do monthly podcast episodes here on my channel. From time to time I also like to post a special video with pattern roundups or other knitting plans. And today I have my winter knitting plans video for you. Winter has already started. It's the 27th of December today. So yeah, I'm a bit late maybe with this video. I wasn't sure about doing it first, but then I thought, well, I have quite a few things that I want to get finished or working on this winter for the next 2-3 months. And yeah, I thought it would be fun to share it with you before I post my next video, which will be a everything I knit in 2024 video to show you everything I made this year. But yeah, today a winter knitting plans video. I have a few things already on my needles that I will share with you, and then also some new cast-on plans. But also maybe first what I'm wearing. This is a store-bought cardigan, but I think there are definitely patterns that you can knit to get the same look as this action. But I think there are definitely patterns out there that you can knit. But yeah, this is just store-bought from a few years ago, I think. And the t-shirt I'm wearing is a Christmas gift from my sister. And this is a t-shirt by the Bea. She had these available for the month of November. So they were only available for a limited time to purchase. But I think in the future she might do some other designs as well. I think the Bea is really a designer you should follow. I've knit a few of her patterns. I have a few of her patterns on my to knit list for the coming year. So yeah, definitely go check her out if you haven't. But yeah, let's get started with something that's on my needles already that I want to finish this winter, actually even in the coming few weeks. And that's my Monday sweater by Petite Knit. And this is what I have so far. I have one finished sleeve. I've done a good 10 centimeters of the body, and then now I'm working on the second sleeve. I think I'm maybe halfway. Yeah, something like that, and then the cuff to do. Normally this pattern has quite a lot of ribbing, but because my arms, I'm a short person, so my arms aren't that long either. So yeah, when I finished the decreases, I was already here and I didn't want to add like another big chunk of ribbing. Because I also know, my sleeves will probably grow a little bit with blocking. So yeah, I just did, I think this is about 6 centimeters of ribbing, which I think is half of the recommendation for this pattern. But I like where they hit me on my wrist. And yeah, I usually just knit my sleeves to the length that I prefer. I don't actually follow a pattern for that. I did follow the decreases roughly, also not exactly to pattern. I gave my own twist on it. But everything is on my Ravelry page of what I did for the sleeve to fit my body. So yeah, that's a very personal thing. My recommendation for that is just, try it on as you go and see how you like it. Maybe you have longer arms and what Petite Knit recommends in the pattern works for you. That's fine as well. But for me, I mostly like to adapt my sleeves. So yeah, I am working away on the third skein. No, the fourth skein. I haven't completely finished the third skein. I just worked the entire ball on one sleeve, and then I took a new ball because I was over halfway the third one. So I just wanted my sleeves to each have one separate ball, and then all the leftovers from the two sleeves and the extra one skein that I still have will go into finishing the body, which I think should be enough to not have it too cropped, hopefully. But yeah, if you want to know the result, be sure to subscribe to my channel and yeah, follow up when I post a regular podcast episode, or follow me on Instagram where I post more frequent updates. So yeah, this is my Monday sweater by Petite Knit, and the yarn I'm using, I forgot to tell if you haven't watched my podcast, this is West Yorkshire Spinners Fleece This is West Yorkshire Spinners Fleece Blue Faced Leicester 100% British wool DK. And I bought this in London earlier this year. And yeah, as we're going back to London in a few weeks, I would like to have this finished sweater and take it with me and wear it in London. Then something else I'm working on already and would like to finish in the coming months is my Pippin cardigan by the Creabea. This has been on my needles for a year already. I just haven't worked on it that much. But yeah, I really want and need more hand knit cardigans in my wardrobe. I love wearing the ones I have so much. I just love wearing cardigans, but yeah, I only have about 2 really that I hand knit. And I wear those all the time, so I want some more cardigans. I really think this will be a good piece for my wardrobe. It's a neutral color, and the yarn I'm using is Filcolana Arvetta with a strand of Filcolana Tilia. And yeah, it has this lovely texture. I got this yarn from my partner, I think already 2 years ago, when I kind of just started knitting, or like had just restarted knitting. He treated me with some lovely yarns, and yeah, I really want this cardigan to be finished in 2025. And then one last project that's already on my needles and that I want to finish in the coming months is my Soundwave static cowl. This is also with yarn that I purchased in London, and yeah, it's so lovely. This is Yarnadelic yarn by John Arbon Textiles, and this was a kit from Loop London. It's in this lovely bag, and you have 3 colors, 100 gram skein and 2 50 gram skeins, I think. And yeah, so this is what I have so far. It's looking amazing. I saw the sample in the store and I was like, wow, I want to knit that. I love those colors, and yeah, I want one for myself. So yeah, this does require some attention. I need to have the chart with me to work on this, so it's not as easy to just pick up and knit on it wherever I want. So yeah, I need to set some time apart, especially for this project to work on. But that's something I want to do in the coming months. Because yeah, when I'm working on it, it's actually really lovely. And the finished product will be amazing. And then another thing that is kind of on the needles already, but also kind of not, a bit of a half-finished project, or multiple projects, and those are my single socks. I originally wanted during the month of December, for each week of Advent, to finish one sock to either of these single socks, but yeah, I just didn't have the time. It was busy at work, then I was sick, and then we had some family things going on. So yeah, I just didn't have the time, and yeah, I could have 6 new pairs of socks if I finish just all of these single socks. Some are on the needles, like this one. This should knit up pretty quickly. I'm ready to insert the heel, but I have another one for my mom on the needles first that I want to finish as a gift. But yeah, this should be done pretty quickly. Then this one I also already have on my needles. Think I'm about here on the second sock. So yeah, some knitting left, but yeah, this also requires me to sit down and be with the chart to knit this color work. So also not very easy to take on the go. Yeah, this one I still need to cast on the second sock. Same for this one. And this one. And this one I had just started to cuff, so yeah, practically also need to knit still the entire sock. So yeah, my goal for this winter, for the coming months, is really to finish these socks, so I have full pairs of socks that I can wear. Because yeah, the winter is really a season where I wear my hand knit socks the most, and yeah, I would really like to wear these. This week I have already worn like these 2 socks together. They're both by Stone Knits. I just wore them as mismatching socks when I worked at home. So yeah, it would be lovely to have 6 new pairs of socks suddenly in my wardrobe. We'll see how far I get. And then I have a few new cast-ons for this winter. One I have talked about already in my podcast, and that's my first colorwork sweater. I really want to knit the Lume by Sari Nordlund, and this is my swatch. I don't think I've shown the swatch before. It wasn't finished yet in my podcast episode, but now, yeah, this is the finished. This is the finished swatch. I even swatched in colorwork and got all my floats, or my I swatched in round and colorwork for this. So I got the strings from the back. Yeah, this will be a beautiful sweater. I'm using Dererum Natura Gilead. This is the main color and it's called Bois de Rose. And this is the contrast color for the colorwork and it's called Biche. So yeah, these two. Yeah, it will be a beautiful sweater. I have wanted to make this sweater for a while. It's been in my pattern library already and I've had the yarn since summer, I think. But yeah, I really want to cast this on this winter and yeah, have it ready for next winter actually. Then another knitting plan that I've talked about before but just haven't had the time to cast on yet is a pair of penny gloves with this beautiful yarn. This is from Olivia & Oliver Fibers. And yeah, I really need a pair of fingerless gloves. Now that it's winter, I can wear my just full-on gloves, but yeah, when it starts getting more towards the spring and it's still a bit chilly but not too cold, it will be lovely to have a pair of fingerless mittens. And then one last new project that I want to cast on in winter is a Stella quilt cushion by Laura Penrose. I have made my first little square as the swatch. And this is it. So my main color will be a light gray. I'm using Drops Alpaca for the main color. I will only be knitting the front part of the cushion. For the back I will use a fabric and then sew it together with the knitted front, and maybe also insert a zipper in it, or like a little flap to keep the cushion inside so I can take it off, wash it if needed. So yeah, this is what I'm using for the main color. This is a full garter stitch cushion cover. And yeah, my swatch turned out a little big on the recommended needles, but I also like the squish and the fabric it creates. So I'm not sure if either I knit the smaller cushion size. I don't know if either I will use the other stitch count, because there's 2 stitch counts in the pattern, one for DK weight and one for Aran weight. So if I use the Aran weight stitch count, which is less, then I could get a smaller square with the same needle size and yarn. Or I just leave it as is, just knit my cover, and then I'll see which size I get and then buy the pillow insert for it, because yeah, I don't have the pillow yet. This is for a 50 by 50 centimeter pillow, the DK weight. But yeah, as mine turned out a bit larger, maybe I need to buy then a 60 by 60 pillow. We'll see. I think I will just go and see how it turns out. I also haven't washed this yet, so it might stretch even more. Not sure. But let me show you my contrast colors maybe. So earlier this month there was a sale from Holstgarn, and I picked some lovely colors for my Stella quilt cushion specifically. And as you know, I love purple, so I went with different shades of purple. I can show you this. So the different colors are, this is all in Super Soft by Holstgarn, and the first one is Divine. It's beautiful rich purple. Then I also have Cranberry, which is a more pinkish purple. Then I have Elderberry, another more dark purple, but not the same as the first one. And then Damask, which is again a more lighter purple. And yeah, so these are the 4 colors. I will be doing, I think it's the second option. I will insert a picture here of the one that I want to make, because there's 2 design options in the pattern. And yeah, I will just be using these 4 colors. So 4 on top, and then again 4 of the same at the bottom. So yeah, I think this will look really lovely with the gray, and it will be perfect for my sofa and living room, which is a darker gray. Yeah, I think it will look lovely. And if I have leftovers, I might knit a second one, or maybe a smaller one, or use these colors for something else. As these are all fingering weight yarns, I'm holding these double to try and get gauge. Yeah, we'll see which size I end up with. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below in the comments which projects you will be knitting on this winter. Are there things that you've been wanting to cast on for a long while? Maybe now's the time to do so. I wish you happy holidays and see you next year. Bye!